Hey cool cats, Roz and Neko here. Welcome to my kitty corner videos. Today we're going to be talking about Nuts, dark romance game. I wasn't sure whether I should talk about this game in regards to making a kitty corner video or reaching out to the creators and doing a different kind of podcast, but why not? I do have some spoiler-filled thoughts on the content to kind of talk about, one of them being the owl. I was surprised that he kind of became my favorite character. Was at first for like Peter the Peanut because he was kind of like really shy and sweet. Normally, like visually wise, I'm all for like the long-haired characters, but once I get to know them, I'm more for like the nice characters or like the really smart ones. Usually the nice ones win overall for me, I think. But surprisingly, the owl was like the nicest one overall. He just seemed to have like the biggest heart, but it wasn't as easy to see because he was just kind of like on the sidelines. But once you see how he was like an option, you got to know him and how he like tried to put his best foot forward and he tried to put his whole self out there once he found someone that he thought he really cared for and stuff. And speaking of characters, we make these characters, sometimes we make characters that seem to be unrealistic. And has anyone ever come across someone like Anchorman the Acorn, someone that just speaks like Brainiac like that? I guess another example would be like Sheldon, like in the Big Bang Theory. I've never come across someone that just speaks like straightly and knowledge and factually like that. I want to meet someone like that just speaks like nothing but facts. Every time I've seen characters like that in shows and stuff, I always find that so interesting and enlightening and just invigorating, but I've never actually met someone like that before, so it's really interesting to see that. And continuing with that theme, Peter seemed a little unrealistic to me, and I say that because for those of you that were in my stream, while playing in Peter's route, he was very shy, he was hesitant. He worked like in an ambulance with an EpiPen because he was a peanut, which would cause people allergic reactions, so he'd always have EpiPens on him. And Red the squirrel seemed to have an allergic reaction specifically to peanuts, and it seemed like when Red was about to eat him or do something, shy Peter seemed to suddenly have this urge of confidence and seemed to taunt Peter, someone who said that he cared about people's lives, someone who was very shy during the dates, suddenly having this urge of confidence, someone who said that he cared about people's lives, suddenly started taunting someone who seemed to have a severe peanut allergy. That seemed very out of character. I did try to think about it. Maybe he's only shy around women. Maybe he was only taunting Red because Red is a predator in a sense. And in the end, he did give it to Red because, he still cared about his life. And in the end, Peter was in a safe zone to get away from Red and to keep his own life safe. But it seemed like such a big twist to me. But yeah, that just seemed like a big switch. Someone that was very shy and cared about other people's lives suddenly taunting someone with a peanut allergy, waving it over someone else's head, and suddenly having confidence to taunt someone like that, suddenly doing that was odd to me. I think one of the last things I'll leave this kitty corner with is, was this game actually dark? Someone like me, who is very easily scared, was not scared of this game or easily put off. I would say that it kind of was, especially with the Red's ending of Hazel either pretending or actually eating meat to make the point that it was a life that she was eating, and it didn't matter that it had a name. Just like how Red was eating nuts, a nut that did have a life at one point, it had a name, but he was just tossing it to to make the point that she was doing what he was doing, so why should life matter? Make him see what he was doing was wrong. I can see how that's dark, but we have normalized eating meat so much, and because Hazel has a human form, it's kind of hard to see how dark it is, I guess. And this game was made to easily be able to digest that. Also, when I first played this game, I accidentally got a peek of what the game was about, which is when I was playing as Hazel and we saw that Red was eating the nuts that we didn't pick, and so we heard all the crunching, which then signified like this is part of the ending, which did make me cringe. I don't want to say like in a gross way, but like cringe isn't the right word. It did make me shiver. It did give me goosebumps, like, ooh, this is definitely scary. So yes, I will say it's scary, maybe even more along the lines of creepy, but maybe not really like horrifying or anything like that. Especially if I were to ask one of my friends who is into scary games, into horror games and things like that, I think they would probably put this on the lower level. But overall, I think this was actually a pretty decent game. It is a little bit on the dark side, but not too high. And I feel like that's actually saying quite a bit coming from me, who's easily scared. I can't even play FNAF, and I'll enjoy watching those games. I don't know. Maybe I should leave this. Actually, you know what? I think I'll discredit myself and say I think I leave this to maybe like the actual experts that play scary games. But me personally, yeah, I wouldn't say it's too high up there. Definitely a little dark. Well, thank you, my pretty little kitties, for joining me today. Let me know what other games I should play down in the comments below. But otherwise, I'll see you cool cats next time. Yeah, bye bye.